Hello, welcome to my little tutorial of how to remove loading times from your Left 4 Dead 2 runs to submit them to speedrun.com. So real quick first, in the description you will find a link to the version of AVI Demux that I'm using right now, which is, it's 2.6.15. You'll also find a link to an auto splitter for live split, which I'll link that as well. Which will take the loading times out for you, so you don't have to do this. That would be the recommended way. It does introduce a little bit of lag into your game, so in case you don't want that lag, you can time it manually, like I'm about to show you. And yeah, let's get right into it. So here's a video. This is an all campaigns run of mine. So the timing starts, hotkeys real quick, you'll be using the arrow keys a lot. Using the right and left arrow keys goes through single frames. Apparently this reset takes a long time. There we go. And the up and down arrow keys will jump to keyframes, which is basically just large chunks of the video. So the first frame to start on, you'll see I'm jumping large chunks of the video here until I find the start of the run. And then I'm holding the right arrow key, tapping it right now, until I can find the first frame. That's when you see any HUD element appear. Usually it'll be like Coach Ellis Rochelle on the bottom you see appear, and the weapon bar on the right, the item bar, I guess you could call it, where your pills and pistol and throwables are. So this is the first frame of the run, and that's right before the first frame of the run. So I'm using right arrow, left arrow to find that point. So here's the first frame. We click the set end marker because the beginning is already at the beginning of the video. We don't need to click the start marker. So when you set the end marker, it selects the frames up to the frame that you are currently on. So it will not delete the frame that we are on. It deletes up to the frame before the frame that we're on, which would be this one before the run starts. So we click set end marker, and then you can just hit the delete key, and there you go. The start of the video is now the start of the run. And by the way, you want to upload your raw run to watch, like for people to watch on YouTube. You want to upload it with the loads. Don't remove the loads and then save this. Upload it with the loads. This is only for the purpose of calculating what your without loads time is. So we got our start. Now we're going to jump ahead using the up arrow. Keep jumping here, find the ends of the level. Alright, here it is. So loading is shown by the icon in the upper right corner, where you see that red 4 with the spinning thing around it. So we need to find the first frame where that appears. So I'm holding the right arrow, skipping through the frames here. Once it appears, I'll let go. There it is. Alright, now left arrow to back it up until the frame before that appears. There it is. I like to go left and right a couple of times just to make sure I have the right frame. So basically, you know your level 1 time now. It is the frame before the loading icon appears. So, this frame. So the time of my level 1 here is minute 59 seconds, 0.071. You can now mark down that time if you'd like. And then once you get all the individual times marked down, you can just calculate them together if you'd like. Maybe use a spreadsheet that'll calculate them for you. Or you can just remove the load times of the video here and look at what the final time is on the bottom. Any of those methods work, really. So I'll do the latter method right now, I guess. So we have this. Now, when you set the start marker, it's set to remove the frame that you are on. This is a bit hard to explain, but it's a little bit different than when you set the end marker. So if we're on the frame where the loading icon is there, when we set the beginning marker, click the A, it's going to delete this frame now. So you don't want to set it to the frame before, you want to set it on the frame where you first see the loading icon. So now let's go through here. There we are. So we're near the beginning. I'm holding right arrow. Alright. Time resumes on the first HUD element that you see loaded into the next level. So you can see the first frame has the HUD. You got Coach, Ellis, Rochelle. You got the item bar on the right. Sometimes the first frame won't have those. You won't see your weapon. You won't see the crosshair. You won't see the bot names on the bottom. Sometimes. Not all the time. So just look at the frames until you see any of those HUD elements appear. So here is the start of the next level. So when you set the end marker, again, it selects up to the frame that you're on, so it'll delete everything before this frame, including where we have the start marker. So you want to make sure that you are on this frame. Click to set the end marker, press delete, and there we go. The load is now removed. If we back up, you can see that's the first frame before the loading icon, and then that's the first frame with the HUD elements. And there you go, no more load. So we can go forward more. Now if I had you can just delete the entire level 1, and then you can get your level 2 time by finding the last frame. I left level 1 in this case, but you can just delete level 1 if you want to grab your individual level times. Alright, so here's the last frame of level 2. So total time right now is 5 minutes 9 seconds, .262. So we'll do the same thing. Oops, I hit the wrong arrow key. Second. Here we go. There it is. So again, I go left and right to make sure I find the transition, the frame right before the loading icon is appearing. Because when you back up the video, it has to seek through the video again up to that point, so it gets a little laggy. Sometimes it skips more than one frame back, so you just go left and right. You can see the time toggling between 262 and 279, so we found the single frame before the loading icon appears. So, loading, set the start marker, find when the next level starts, there it is. Alright, so HUD elements are loaded. There we go. Set the end, delete, and now that load's gone. Alright, so we'll go through the finale here, holding the up arrow for a bit there to skip through it quickly. Alright, the last thing to cover is a campaign transition. So first of all, when a campaign ends, the end time is the last frame where you see the HUD elements. That's the last frame you had any input. So the run's over when the HUD elements are gone. So there we go. That's the last frame. So my total time here was 8 minutes 53 seconds .538. We don't use hundredths, so this is an 8 minute 53 second passing run without loads. Now, when you do main campaigns or all campaigns, you're going to have to remove the transition between campaigns where the poster's up, so we'll cover that. You can see the poster there. So this time right here still counts because it's not loading yet, and there's the load. So you want to remove the first frame. You see the poster. That's pretty obvious. So this is the first frame. Set your start. Go through there. And resumes on the first frame where you don't see the poster. Pretty simple. Almost there. Okay. It's usually a black screen. Some campaigns aren't. You can see this campaign isn't. Sometimes it'll be a black screen. You're just looking for the poster to disappear. So we would set the end, delete, and the entire load between the two campaigns are now gone. Of course, you leave the cutscenes in for main or all campaigns runs because you're in the middle of the run. You only remove that at the beginning because you don't have control yet. At the beginning of the run, that is. So there you go. I think that should cover it. And thank you for watching. Hopefully I was clear enough. and you can start removing your own loads manually. Got any questions? Feel free to ask on the forums or visit our Discord and ask away. I'll link the Discord as well in the description. Have a good day.